Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TMP Finance, where we make long and short-term investing simple. And I have been on vacation, that's why the reason for my absence. However, if you are a member in the TMP Discord community, you didn't miss out on any trades. I was still giving you alerts for all the trades. It's just the YouTube members that didn't receive any notification. But we've been crushing the market even though I was still gone, and we had some huge plays, and I will be showing you those in a second. But right now, let's take a look at our NASDAQ analysis, and we'll later move on to our stock analysis. So let's move over to the NASDAQ heat map over here, and we can see it's been a very mixed day. In general, I mean, the NASDAQ's been moving up, and everything's been moving up very nicely here. NASDAQ here, what do I expect? Well, we're in all-time high zones. We're obviously in a bull trend here, and I don't think there's any doubting that. And right here, what do I expect? I would like to see a take profit or a new all-time high all the way up to 24,000 on the NASDAQ here. And the only thing that I could really see draw it down is a retest of this line over here, and this line is our previous all-time high line as well. We haven't retested that, and for a significant level like this, we will 100% receive a retest. It could be in a week, it could be in a year, but this is definitely going to be a level that you can be buying out again. So if you're worried about the NASDAQ moving up and leaving you behind, I'm very, very confident, just like most of our, or just like all of our other major all-time high price targets or price lines, we always come back and retest them there. So that's what I'm saying there. So very simple. If you are looking to be bearish, you're just waiting or holding cash, waiting to buy back at 22,100, and then you're taking your profit until we stop. It's going to be a bull trend until it's not a bull trend anymore. So don't cut yourself short, and just let your trade keep winning, you know, because some of these bull trends, I mean, they're quite rampant. Let's just take a look at what happened between 2022 and 2023, and we can see here that the NASDAQ has moved up, and it doesn't look like it's loading here, but the NASDAQ has moved up 30-40% in some years. So if you're taking profit at just 5 or 6%, don't get me wrong, that's still a good amount. But if you have no real reason and you don't see something like an engulfing bear trend, you don't see something like a stall out or anything really significant, then don't sell your position. One red day is going to be fine, and it's going to be common even in a bull trend. So don't really stress about it too much. We're in the blue sky territory, and we are only going higher from here. Let's take a look at Meta over here. In Meta, we did have a new all-time high, so to speak. It didn't close at an all-time high, but it opened at an all-time high. And then we got this rejection down from this previous all-time high here. So what do I expect here? This is a very critical level. Meta is going to be soaring, and it has been soaring ever since April over here. Down to about 480 a share, all the way up to 720, which is just insane here. There's still a lot of gaps to be closed on Meta here. So I do believe that we will get a move down sometime. It could be in a year, it could be in 2, but I definitely think there's a lot of buying opportunities down here as well. But for a major line, a major all-time high, a previous all-time high line, I do believe that the next time we do see a break above, I think we can expect Meta to move even higher there. So that is really the line that you're looking for. That's kind of the line in the sand there. If we get a nice engulfing candle, or a nice candle with a lot of momentum to the upside passing this line, especially if it's passing right through, you can be buying there, and I think that can be a very good trade for you to take there. So that being said, Meta, let's take a look at UNH. Now this is a stock that I am pretty bullish on, and the reason being is because UNH is still a solid company. They had bad earnings report, yes, but there's been a lot of other factors that have been driving the market down for UNH. And I definitely believe that those are more short-term causes and more short-term fear. When you see a stock dump 50% in just a matter of a month or two, it's really, most of the time, it's really nothing that is to be that concerned of. I mean, yes, the circumstances, you know, CEO leaving and the CEO, well, one of the CEOs, you know, being assassinated. It's bad, but it doesn't have anything to do with the long-term view on UNH. So that being said, it's currently it's actually more than half. It's fallen more than halfway, and we're sitting at $306 a share. I have my position in UNH right now, and I'm currently up money, and all my Discord members have also received that trade there too. And right now, let's just say that this is a falling trend here, and we're still going to move down lower. I definitely don't believe that we can sustain this kind of bearish momentum, but just in case that we do, you can have this line in the sand here, and if we do break above that, that's your good opportunity to buy it. But what I'm liking about UNH here when it comes to the price action, I think this is a very obvious bottom. Just take a look at how fast we were able to move up in just a matter of 2 days here, 20%. I think that's a very telltale sign that that is too cheap of a price for investors, and that's definitely a great buying opportunity there. And right now we're getting a lot of consolidation. However, if you still zoom in, you can see that it is higher highs and higher lows. So you're still in a bit of a bull trend here. So there's really nothing to worry about for now. And again, your risk level can be looking very nice. I definitely believe that UNH is, absolutely massive in the States when it comes to health and private health. And I don't think they're going to be leaving anytime soon. So that being said, I can't expect an all-time high for them. And if you want to play the long game, just do something like this, where you're not risking too much. You can be targeting either a gap fill like this and keeping your stop loss right below the previous swing lows. I think a trade like this is very probable, and it's a fantastic risk-reward ratio. Or if you want to play the long game, as I was saying before, you can even wait for a higher gap fill, or even just for all-time highs. I think that in a year or two, when UNH recovers and all the bad news is off it, and the media is not really on it, I think that you will be able to receive a very nice return from UNH. So that is my belief there for UNH. Let's take a look at Microsoft over here. Microsoft has reached a very significant level, and that level is extremely obvious right here, $500 a share. Now, if you're looking on the, I believe it was, yes, this day here, the 30th, June 30th, you would have seen that UNH and Microsoft in a very, very short time, I want to say about 5 minutes, it moved up quite a decent amount here. And let's just measure it out. It's not going to let me measure it out, but we moved up $2 a share in maybe 5 minutes, and we dumped as soon as we touched this 500 psychological line. So this is definitely a huge resistance line, and if we do break above that, you are looking to go bullish there. But I think that we are pretty close to some form of a resistance as well. So maybe we do consolidate for a little bit longer. But if we do receive a break of 500, you're looking to go bullish. You can set your stop loss right below there and take profit at somewhere like 510, 520, something like that. But I think that Microsoft, no doubt about it, you are definitely going to see a lot of growth in this company, especially within the next year, 2 years, or even 5 years. A lot of AI growth, a lot of quantum computing growth, and that is really the two main focuses of technology in this current day. So they're absolutely crushing that, and they're leading the market in those two sectors there. So I don't see any reason to be bearish on Microsoft at the moment, aside from, and the only thing here is this massive gap that we can see in Microsoft. It's about 7%, and my charts are not loading for some reason, but it's about 7%, and I believe that that is a massive gap. Microsoft never hasn't had a gap that's that big, that's never been not filled. So I definitely believe that in the future, if we do receive some kind of bearish news like tariffs or like a war or something like that, and we break our support, that's when you could be looking for those lower levels there. But again, we're in a bull trend for all tech and all electronics, so you can't be looking to move higher. Let's take a look at Google. Now, this is one stock. If I had to bet it all on one stock, it's definitely going to be Google, especially when it was back down here, or even at the breakout price of 160. That's when I was telling people to buy all the shares that they possibly can. Take out money if you feel confident doing so, because it's just soaring up. And again, Google has a lot of potential. Again, working with AI, they're just a massive search engine, the biggest search engine. They have phones, they have. I could keep going on and on about why I love Google. Their earnings are so solid as well, nice dividend as well. So it's just a very attractive stock and a very attractive company for investors. And I did let people know to buy a position for Google right at about, let's see here, I think it was right at the close of, or near the close of June 24th. And from there, you would be up about 7.5%. Now, all my Discord members, we all trade with leverage there. So we're currently up about 24% or 23% within just a matter of about a week here, or a week and a little bit. And if you are interested in learning how to get all these trade alerts that I take, you're going to get access to all the take profits, all the stop losses, and every single trade that I personally take. And you can find that in the link in the description, wap.com/tmp-finance. And we're currently crushing the market. In our NASDAQ trades alone, we're up 165.63%, and in all of our stock positions, we're currently up money on every single security that we were purchasing. We have about 3 or 4 open positions now, and for the ones that are closed, we're currently up 4% within about, I want to say, about a week here. So again, very solid trading here. And all of our positions are up. Again, our Google position's up about 23%. We have an Apple position open, and I've been begging people to buy. And if you know me personally, you know that I'm always yapping about Apple because, again, you are using the products. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. and we would have closed this fantastic trade of about 24% on Apple as well. So we want to see a better closeout, and I definitely think that Apple will still keep reaching up, but I want to see a perfect close of 217, and then that's when we're going to be collecting take profit there. But yeah, Apple's been super consistent as well. You have this downtrend as well, a breakout, and then from here, I think that we're not going to make a lower low. If we do, then that is definitely when you're taking risk off. You're holding cash, you're shorting the market. But I think right now we received a touch of the resistance, a touch of support, and I think it's going to go back up to resistance there, or even break through resistance. So yeah, but what I'm trying to say is here that we're crushing the market. Doesn't matter what the security is or how confident you are in it. We don't have really any significant losing trades. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's been like that for a few months. So if you are interested, come take a look at the link in the description. But that is going to be a wrap for today. So thank you very much for tuning in. I will catch you tomorrow and for the rest of the week and updating you with new videos. And yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you later. Later, y'all.